Here is the true story of a man that was making deliveries to a girl at her shop right before closing time. And let's just say that I don't believe his intentions were good. Truck driver was faking an injury and wanted me to look at his leg. Okay, off the rip, look, if this poster is a woman, which I'm assuming it is, but we don't know yet. This is a really unfortunate thing, but a lot of ill-intentioned men will actually target women and they'll use things that kind of prey on women's nurturing nature. Like, oh, I have an injury. Will you help me out? Oh, I'm missing my dog. Will you help me out? And the bottom line is no man should ever be asking an alone female for help. Too many bad things can happen, and that's just point blank. This happened 10 years ago when I was 18, but I think about this all the time and feel like I finally have a place to share my creepy encounter. Done. I was a cashier at our local grocery store in southern Illinois. Small town, less than 2,000 people. Our semi-driver arrived with our truck about 30 minutes to closing. I don't know his name, but can describe him as a 55 to 60-year-old white man with a pot belly. I'm pretty sure she has described just about every single semi-truck driver in the United States of America. I'm bringing in some outside store merch, and the driver approached me and asked me to look at his leg. He said it was injured and was making hurt noises. Hurt noises? Ew. I don't know how to describe it other than clench your teeth together and breathe in fast. He's pulling up his pant leg and says, "See that? Can you see that? Get closer. Come take a look at it." And I'm like, yeah, that sucks. I see nothing and it's nighttime. I tried to go back to my task and he seems more annoyed and urgent. He's saying, "Come look at my leg," in a demanding way. This is when you immediately need to just stop your task. You need to stop looking at this dude's leg and immediately speak, hey, can I get some help? Any medical professionals here? Someone, anybody? Let's not leave me alone right now with this dude. This pot-bellied, 55-year-old pot-bellied man. Calling someone pot-bellied is just hilarious to me. Oh man, just like what like a low-key insult. Sir, you have a pot belly. At this point, I notice I'm actually standing close enough to the store's awning. It has lights. And notice that I'm in a pretty well-lit spot. He, however, is conveniently right at the cutoff where the lights stop, so it's dark where he's standing. I say to him, "I'm going to school for art. I don't know anything about medical stuff." I then again try going back to my task. He stops me again and says, "Just come over here and look at it." At this point, he's pretty fed up with me. His persistence really irked me, and I said, "I can call you an ambulance." Immediately his tone changes to, no, I don't need that. More pain noises. I just need you to look at it. Also, if a man is ever asking you for help and you're alone, and then he starts getting visibly and noticeably irritated when you're not just immediately going out of your way to go closer to him or to help him out or anything like that, that's usually a bad sign. That is usually a warning sign. And I would definitely do everything you can to, in fact, not acquiesce to this person's request at that time. And I will once again say, please go find some help. Anyone else there? But also, I guess if it is just like 30 minutes to closing, if this is like a small store, are you the only person working there? So it's literally just you and him? Oh man, that would be uncomfortable if that's the case. And if that is the case, you need to say, "Sir, I'm trying to finish up here. I need you to leave. Thank you so much for the deliveries. I need you to leave now so I can finish my job." And then if he doesn't immediately leave, 911 bop, emergency time. Immediately his tone changes to, no, I don't need that. More pain noises. I just need you to look at it. I just ignore him and do my task at this point because I'm starting to fall behind on closing duties due to this conversation. A woman walks up to me once I'm inside and says, "That man is faking an injury." I laughed and said, "I thought he was, but I didn't want to be rude," and looks me in the eyes and says, "He's faking an injury." Her seriousness made me more uncomfortable, like I might be in danger. But am I really? I mean, I'm at work. I feel like a man faking an injury and asking you to come over to him immediately signals bad news bears. So yeah, I would take it seriously, especially since he has a pot belly. I mean, you can really never truly trust a man with a pot belly. I still have more things to bring inside, so I'm forced to go back out, and he's still there. He starts up again when he sees me, and this time I say, I'm not allowed to be off camera. Not true, also. I was, in fact, currently off camera, but he didn't know. I see his eyes widen, and he starts looking up, left and right, clearly scanning for a camera. He says, there's cameras out here, and takes 2 unnaturally huge steps backwards. Those huge steps made my stomach turn. Ooh, yeah, that's uncomfortable. What if he killed the actual truck driver so that he could in turn imposter as the truck driver to try to pull some type of weird, creepy kidnapping stunt? The dude's obvious fear of being on camera, the dude's obvious fear of being in the light. Yeah, no thank you. I'm out on that. I'm out on that. Tell him to piss off or you're calling the cops immediately. After taking his steps back, he's still talking at me, wanting me to see his leg. I tell him he's in the dark. I can't see even if I go over there. I tell him to come inside where there is a light. I said this because we have one of those TV cameras that you can see yourself walking into the store positioned at the entrance. If he came inside, I would have him on camera, which I really felt like I needed at the time. I also was still testing him to see if he would go on camera after that first camera reaction. He hesitated. Then I watched his eyes look at the entrance TV camera before he asked if it records. It does. He's asking if it records. You're playing this man's game a little too much. Call the police and be done with this. Call the police and be done with this. Oh my God, stop testing it. I say, yeah, it does record. We have a lot of theft. He said something like, that's a smart idea to have then. Then I remind him we sell Tylenol inside. He doesn't want to go inside. I do. I lock the door behind me. I never see him again. I mean, this pot-bellied 55-year-old white man was clearly up to no good. I mean, he was either trying to do something super nefarious, like kidnap you, hurt you, or something like that over there in the dark to lure you away from everything, or, I mean, to be honest with you, or the only other option is that he is someone with some type of serious mental disorder and doesn't catch on to social cues at all whatsoever. Both, though, kind of make me wonder why he was employed in a job where he was going to be meeting up with women alone late at night in the dark before closing times. His fear of being on camera, though, like the way he just took 2 unnaturally large steps backwards when he heard that there were cameras, is so freaking creepy. Like, what is the reasoning for someone to so adamantly not want to be on camera? Oh, that's so unsettling. That is creepy as heck. I used to work at a small town grocery store, so I was picturing my store when I read this. Quick question. You referred to him as one of our drivers. So why had you not seen him before, and why you see him never again? I see how that's confusing. When I said our driver, I just meant he had our stuff in his trailer. Delivery was contracted through a third party, and we rarely got the same driver twice. Gotcha. Wow, you are very smart for your age. Glad you didn't go look at his injury. Yeah, me too. And look, I usually say this in my videos. When someone's doing something really dumb, I say, you got the survival instincts of a panda bear. But you, in fact, OP here, you do not have the survival instincts of a panda bear. You seem actually rather, well, you seem like a well-balanced, normal person who actually has real survival instincts. Good for you. I'm very happy for you. Guys, look, never, ever, ever approach some creepy pot-bellied male in the dark outside of the range of the cameras that you've never met before when they're talking to you when you're alone and they're talking about how they have some injury that they need you to come over and see in the dark, okay? Yeah, that's just an immediate no-go. Don't do it ever. All right, on to the next story.